Y'all, welcome back. We're here, first guest of season 2. We got Timothy Isaiah here in the studio with us. Tyrone, how are you feeling today?
Doing all right, my friend.
Early morning, starting the day off right. The best part of waking up is some Nick's table in your cup. Take it away, Tyrone. Give it to him.
Okay, so we back for season 2. I'm about to kill it, just give me a reason to. So let's get to it as I spit it so fluid. I'm about to bring it back like I was true it. That don't make sense, I'm talking about Chick-fil-A. So I came in here to come slay the beat as I do it on repeat. Everybody else can have a seat. So I'm with the fleet of the boys. You know we got it with it, not talking toys. Now don't get me so annoyed or I turned into Floyd, cause I'm about to show these boys I'm that so let me go and think a second before I check it. Let me inspect it. So I'ma pass it to my little bro, and he gon' show y'all how he bout to blow.
I don't rap much, I might act up. These niggas act tough. I don't know if I'm supposed to be cursing, but I'm the worst when I get comfortable. Cause I start saying all types of shit. Fuck bitch, suck a dick. I hit a nigga quick. I might just go and split, like bananas.
Ooh.
I'm MC Hammer, can't touch this. Damn, look, sip of the water. They told me read more. I said, bitch, I'm the author. I just might fuck on your daughter. Yeah, I just might fuck. I don't know, bro.
Might fuck on your daughter, so excuse me if I'm nasty. But I'm running the race, they can't pass me. I'm coming first, everyone else the worst. They know I'm in my bag like I had it in the purse. That's the satchel, I changed the channel. I'm too hot, so I'm hard to handle. You gon' need a glove like the pot was too hot. They know I'm coming in like I got 2 shots. That's another one, and 1 + 2. That makes 3, I don't know about you. So I'm real sick like I had the flu. And when I came in this thing, I just do what I did. So who you? I don't even know. I'm just trying to go and catch the flow. So let me put it together like I'm about to sew. And all my boys, they just stay on go.
Stay on go. I stay on low. She swallow. I said that's go. I meant to say oh no. Baby girl, what's the play? Why you up in my face? You might fuck for some days. I don't care what they say. I'm not a lyrical rapper. I just really be snapping. I be making shit happen. Niggas hate, but I'm trapping. Well, I used to back in like middle school. That was like 06 or 07.
Right.
Oh wait, I don't fucking know. Niggas hating up. It's time to switch the flow. Hip hop daily. Hip hop daily. I'ma keep rapping until hip hop pays me. Hey, I don't really know what I'ma do next. Hey, baby, tell me where your crew neck at, cause I'm just trying to see what that throat do. I don't fucking know, bro. Yeah. Yo.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Mix Table, season 2. Obviously, you know what the dealio is. This is our first guest of the season. Well, before we get into that, I am your host, drenched in sweat because I'm ready to work, Mr. Tyrone McClendon. I'm joined by my co-host, my producer, my best friend, Mr. Young Seppi himself.
Hello to
Joseph
all,
Mildorf.
just all the beautiful people out there. Thank you for tuning in.
And by my side here, as you can see here, we have the great, the one and only Mr. Timothy Isaiah. Let's give him another
Yo. I'm
another
very
round
nervous.
Of applause. Another round of applause. Woo! I'm not gonna lie to you, Tim. That took a lot out of me.
You were killing it, bro. You were killing it. I'm telling you. I was impressed.
I really like that line, something about like the satchel and then you changing the channel. That was
It's. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You know,
already in mid-season form.
So as we're saying, yes, Tim, you are our first guest of the season. We're glad that you could come. You know, now originally you were supposed to be a guest last season.
Oh man.
But
What happened, bro?
so, a lot of things happen. On both of our ends. Let's just say that. We'll say I don't even know.
Yeah.
Dealing with other people's schedule, life happens.
Life happens.
So that was one end of it. And then on the other end, literally like all of our shit broke. Like literally everything broke.
Did not know that.
Like in the course of 2 days, the computer, the soundboard, a camera, like everything went down.
Wow.
So
That's show business.
yeah, we didn't even really get to do like a proper like final episode or anything like that. It was just like, oh shit, I guess we're done now. But we're back now, stronger than ever.
Season 2.
Season 2 and all that stuff. So Tim, we were talking before. So a lot of you don't know, or if you don't know, well, first of all, Timothy, tell them exactly what it is that you do and all that good stuff. Who you are and what you do.
All right, I'm Timothy Isaiah. I'm a guy who puts words together on top of beats and people listen to it. That's what I do.
Sounds good. So Tim, like I was saying, so a lot of people don't know that I met you, or we met in a previous life.
Right. Oh my God.
Yeah. So you used to be employed at a certain retail place. I'm not going to say their name because they still pay me, but they don't pay me to, you know, but we worked at a certain retail place. And the funny thing is you used to work in the mobile phone department.
Right.
And, you know, I would just see you, you know, just walk by, you know, what's up? How's it going? Blah, blah, blah. And then one day I was literally just scrolling on Instagram, not even like on my main feed, like it was on the explore page.
Oh, wow.
And I just saw your face on the thumbnail. And I was like, I know this guy. And then I click on the video and then I see you like rapping. I think this was like one of your 2-Bar Tuesdays.
Hey, okay.
And I was like, and it was like a promotion for like a show you had. And I was like,
Yo, that's
I was
dope.
like, wait a minute, I know this guy. So then I approached you at work and I was like, why didn't you tell me you made music? And then you were like, yeah. And then you were just excited too to know that I just like found you like organically.
It's dope hearing the story now.
Yeah. And then I think, then I saw you perform. You had some show at like I don't remember where it was, but
Like Roswell?
yeah. It was like a bar type of thing. I actually think you were there too. Like we were watching like the NBA finals at the same time.
Oh shit, was that the one like on Roswell Road?
Yeah.
Oh,
shit. Full circle moment here.
Well, so I've seen you perform. I didn't even know.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Small world.
Crazy
Small
how life
world.
works. But yeah, and then, you know, I've still continued to follow you as time, you know, you left the retail place. I continued to stay there a little longer. But you know, and you know, I've just been seeing you put in the work and grind and do all that, and it's just been great to see. And I'm glad to, you know, that now we can reconnect here.
Definitely.
Different context, but the energy is still the same.
Hey, I like that, bro. I like that.
So one of the things though I did want to talk about though is about that whole idea of like working and still like grinding at the same time. So just talk to me about your perspective on that.
If you can do both, do both. I'm a person, I can only focus on one thing at a time. What made me quit that situation was one day I was getting up, getting ready to head to work, and as I got to the trunk of my car, I was like, this job is easy. And then me saying that made me realize that I was starting to experience like complacency. And I was like, oh, I'm getting too comfortable with it. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Because you can make a lot of money working for somebody else. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So I'm the type of person, I like to be uncomfortable. It's almost like a flower. Whenever you rip it out of the pot and put it in a bigger pot, it goes through a lot of trauma, but eventually that flower grows bigger than what it could have in the previous pot. So it was essentially like me ripping my flower out. So I guess for me, stuff like that I can't do because if it's easy or if it's like, you know, a lot of money, I'll start to become complacent and I'll be satisfied with doing that other than chasing my dreams.
That's very real. You know, my big thing I've been seeing, especially like now that we're out of school and there's not really that, you know, you used to frame your life a lot around like going to school, but
Right.
now it's not that. And I see how easy it is to get like caught in the hamster wheel of life. Like you can easily just be like, it'll be Monday and you'll say, okay, after I get off work tomorrow, I'm gonna do this. And the next thing you know, it's Friday. And you're like, fuck.
It's like I'll catch him next go around.
Yeah.
So I've been, I don't know, just 25, just thinking about like, what the fuck am I gonna do with the next like 50 years? And I realized that having a challenging job though is like that's a trap. It's a trick. Like, because again, you'll never do better than your boss working for somebody. But people are like, oh yeah, what do you want to do with your career? Like outside of your dream, like what do you want to do with your career? What do you want to do at work? People are like, I want to be challenged at work. I want to do this. I've never wanted to be challenged at work. Like
let me slide through.
Yeah, and they're like, because I don't know, there's I dropped out of college and started selling bongs. Like making minimum wage. I'd never been happier. Like I showed up to work, I was excited to be there. It was cool. It was an easy job. I never was stressed going home. Like I showed up to work, I clocked in, I clocked out. It's over. And then my life outside of work had nothing to do with work. I never thought about work when I was not there. And I don't know, I've been realizing that like if you just need to get some money, especially if you're just doing it, if you're working towards something, fuck going and getting a complicated job or something that will impress other people. Go work at the grocery store. Like go show up, do your shift, and then you can like do something easy where you can write lyrics at work. You come home, you're not exhausted. Like
So I think it's an interesting thing. It's a twofold or like a double-edged sword, I think. Because on one hand, I think, because I experienced this too. Like I low-key don't like it when I go into work and it's almost like there's nothing to do. Because I'm like,
why am I here?
Yeah, but it's almost like the one thing that's harder than being busy is like pretending to be busy.
Oh, jeez.
Like having to look like you're doing something is so like so taxing. Right. So sometimes I'll be like, damn, I low-key wish I had something to keep my mind like, so the time goes by. So I don't know, it's a very interesting thing that you say there, because like you said, there's no point in really like going so hard for a job nowadays, especially because it's like you could be replaced.
Yeah, do you care about that job at all?
Right.
Mm-hmm. Like, and because that's one thing, if you have a job you care about, fuck yeah, like go do that job. It's amazing. But like, I've never been like, oh, I want to be this. Like, I want to go be this or that. Like, that just never was me. And realizing like that's fine. Like, I don't dream of fucking labor. Like, let's go do, I don't know, literally anything else. But if I need to pay some bills, like, I'd rather not be stressed doing it.
And I respect that answer, because like a lot of people feel, especially like our generation, right? But we grow up and we feel like we have to either be the boss or we have to have a dream to follow. And it's like nah, like bro, if you can get by and like be happy, I think like that's like the bottom line in all of this is like your happiness. So if you can get by and be happy.
And because we've got some friends that have like good jobs and that pay good money. They're busy all the time, working 40, 50, 60. Like, they don't have any time to use any of the perks that having this impressive job comes with, because they're at work all the time. And it's like, what is the point? Like, I don't know.
What do you say to that? I mean, do you have people, like, do you typically try to keep people around you who... I'm not gonna, because obviously you want people around you who have different perspectives. You don't want everybody to be the same. But I have a thing like where I realize now, like when I first meet people, one thing I'll ask them is like, what are you passionate about, like in like real life? What are you passionate about? And 9 times out of 10, depending on your answer, I can like determine whether or not like we would even be cool. Because I've noticed a trend now, and I get it because of the way the world is, but I notice I'll ask people like, what are you passionate about? And they'll just say like money.
Oh, geez. Okay. All right.
And I can understand why someone would say that. Like, I get it. But at the same time, I'm like, I don't know if we could.
Yeah, like, it's like maybe your head's in the wrong place.
Yeah, you're not going to be a fun hang.
Right. So do you take that kind of stock in the people you keep around? And if you do, like, what are some of the things you try to uphold?
To be honest with you, not consciously. I know I tell a lot of my friends, like, if we didn't make music, I probably wouldn't be hanging around them. And as terrible as that sound, I'm a very honest person in that sense. It's just me, like I have like this internal clock in my head where it's like I have to constantly progress or be to this point. So a lot of times I just keep moving and I allow the people around me to exist the way that they are. For me, I would say, I don't know, because I feel like even somebody with no ambitions or anything like that could teach me something. So like you don't know how to get this job done quick until you run into a person who doesn't want to do the job.
Right.
You know, so for me, a lot of times I just allow people to just exist, whatever your ambitions are, whatever. But as long as it doesn't impede on me.
I almost aspire to have no ambitions though. That sounds sounds amazing. Like when I meet people that just sort of like are floating through life and they don't ever have anywhere to be or any, like you know, it's that sort of just freedom, just going where life takes you seems really nice. I've got ambitions and I don't know what they are. I've got this need to do something and I'm trying to figure out what that thing is, and I see people that don't have that monkey on their back, that they're just like, I don't have to do anything, like I'm here, like what's up, what are we doing today? Man. And that sort of just like, I don't know, it feels, at least like from the outside it looks really nice.
It would seem nice. Hopefully it's as nice as it seems.
Yeah, because you never know what something feels like on the inside until you're in it. But I don't know. You good, Tyrone? Yeah.
Yeah, my hands are sweating like a mug, bro. I'm like,
we're all anxious over here. It's an anxious generation over here.
Yo.
But one thing I did want to say though, because you said you're not really conscious of, things kind of just happen with the people. People just kind of exist around you. But we were talking a little bit earlier about, the team that you have around you, and you guys do some real interesting things. So how did you link up with your team, your managers, and all of these people?
Oh, man. So, first off, I'll start by saying, like, I was like rapping at school, right? This was in college. So I was like rapping at like lunch tables and different things like that. Then it got to the point where one of my friends, shout out Reggie, but he was like, bro, like you need to put music out. So just like randomly, just like on some, okay, whatever, I just put something out. I end up dropping my project Ism. And so from that point, like I had to start performing these songs. You get what I'm trying to say? So then that led me to going to an open mic where the guy who threw it, he ended up showing up late, but like I was just like standing in the club. It was like what was it called? Major League or something like that. But I was just standing there looking at the wall. Then this guy walks up to me and he's like, "Hey, how did you like the show?" And I was like, "It's pretty cool, bro. Did anybody stand out to you?" Or I was like, "No, yeah, it was all everybody was amazing, bro. Like I loved it." Okay. All right. And he just kind of walked off. And I was thinking like that was the fucking weirdest experience I ever had. So I want to say like a month later, I ended up getting like a DM on Instagram, and then it was the same guy like, "Hey bro, like let's meet up and like have lunch." So I'm kind of like, all right, like who is this guy? What's going on? So I end up linking up with him. We talked for like 2 hours. And he was telling me all of this shit about, all of this stuff about like video games and like performing in Fortnite and all of this crazy, like, and this was before like Travis Scott or anybody performed in Fortnite. So, but he's just telling me like all of these like wild dreams, and I'm kind of like, all right, bro, like what are you getting at? He's like, bro, I want to manage you. So I was like, all right, like, yeah, cool. Like nobody else is doing it. So, but like from that point, I was like, oh shit, like I have to actually rap now. You know what I'm trying to say? So then, yeah, I met up with him, and it was just like perfect person, perfect time. And like from there, we was doing shows, performing for people, going places, and yeah, just kept building.
I'm always interested in the relationship between the manager and it's a very underrated relationship that and it has to be right. Like right. If the manager and the artist don't mix, like it could ruin your career potentially, Yeah.
And the thing about him is we're so similar, like from an analytical standpoint, like we're both very like critical of things, but we're vastly different. Like I'm a thinker and a feeler. He's more of a thinker and a thinker. You know what I'm trying to say? So like for me, where we clash at is like if I care, I care 100%. Like there's no like halfway with me. You know what I'm trying to say? So like for me, the level of like I guess engagement and commitment that I show for others, I expect that back. And for him, it's like you don't see all of this like stuff that's going on that I'm doing. You know what I'm trying to say? So like a lot of times it'd be like, you know, like sometimes you just need to see that shit. So like
he can see off the court. He can see the whole field.
Yeah,
sometimes.
essentially, he's the coach, so he's watching the other team, and I'm just like, bro, do you see me with this ball though? You feel me? Like, bro, like, are you watching this? You feel me? So but like as time went on, like we kind of like understood each other and how we work, and it's been amazing. It's been amazing. But
when do you think, like, because I know a lot of upcoming artists now, you know, obviously everybody wants everything fast, but when do you think an artist should need a manager? Because, you know, a lot of people will be like, oh, I need a manager. But it's like, bro, you only have like one mixtape out or whatever.
Right.
But
and sometimes that's all it takes.
oh, so yeah, that's what I was going to ask you. So like, what do you, from your perspective, because when your manager approached you, did you feel like that's what you needed in that moment?
Nah, not at all. And I didn't need it. And sometimes I feel like I still don't need it. But to not sound like an asshole, I'll say you'll need a manager whenever you have something to manage. You know what I'm trying to say? So like, are people trying to book you for shows? You might need a manager. You know, are people trying to fly you over here, do this? Are people trying to pay you for features? Okay, you might need a manager. But like a lot of times we get so caught up in the idea of like, oh yeah, I got a manager. Oh, and it's like, that doesn't necessarily mean anything. You know what I'm trying to say? Like,
A lot of people like doing things. I think about it as the people that get the little tiny ankle tattoo.
right.
Just so they can say, I got a tattoo, but they don't actually want to have tattoos or anything.
Right.
And people are like, I have a manager. They don't ever book me a show. They don't ever
Right.
do this. They don't ever do that. But I have a manager. That makes me legit. I've got a...
And he takes 10% of everything I do.
But 10% of nothing
It's nothing, yeah.
That's also true.
Because that's like the first tape that I put out. Literally, it was put out just to have something out.
Right.
That was the purpose of it. There was no higher meaning behind it. It was literally just, here's some proof that I can do it.
That I could, yo,
I'm now technically a rapper. I have a mixtape out.
I gotta check it out, bro.
But I realized that there's a lot of people, especially in this industry, doing shit like that. But you can see it in everywhere. It's people that do things so they can technically say, I am this, without actually having to do any of the things that go along with actually being this.
No, you're 100% right. And like what I noticed, and I don't want to steal credit, I saw this on a post from Instagram, but I've noticed it a lot, is like, well, let's say we start a company and then it's like, oh, I'm the CEO of this company. You know what I'm trying to say? It's like, I have a LLC, right? Like I have a full marketing business, but I'm not the CEO, CFO, CMO.
Right.
I'm the salesman. Like I'm the person at the bottom, because if you're not building out what your whole business, then you're the person at the bottom. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. There's a lot of people just trying to make their Instagram bios look nice.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That's really all. There's a lot of posturing, just making, I want to feel important, as opposed to actually doing something important.
And so it brings me to another thing, because you said with Travis Scott playing in Fortnite, and now that's like a thing people do. People do concerts in video games. People do concerts like in VR and stuff. As we're getting more removed from actually experiencing things and actually doing stuff, where, I mean, there's definitely in the works like some AI musician that's gonna come out and that's gonna have a following and like literally doesn't even exist anywhere. It's not a person. And
that just blew my mind, bro.
Yeah.
Yo, that just blew my fucking mind.
And as people are, I don't know, I just see it as like, we were talking yesterday, you can't own anything anymore. You rent.
Right.
With Spotify, you don't own your music anymore. You buy your games from PlayStation. You don't have a physical disc. Like, you bought access to a download code. Fucking NFTs. Like, you're not buying stuff. Like, you don't have things anymore, and people aren't experiencing things, and they're not actually doing stuff. And I don't know if this is a cause or an effect, or like what's pushing it. If it's people, if it's corporations, if it's whoever. But you know what I'm saying? Like,
Sure. Yeah.
Like,
I got a manager.
Yeah.
But not good.
Exactly. Well, I think that's a good transition point to our next segment. It's more freestyling. So,
Okay.
But we've already got the jitters out now. I've already sweated out at least a pound, so everything's cool now. So for this next part, well, I'll just let Joe explain it. This next part of the show.
This next segment to our new viewers, it's called How Do You Feel? When we sat down with Tim, we asked him how he was feeling, needed an SAT word, and you told us lethargic.
Yes.
So I've pulled up a couple lethargic type beats, and we're gonna see gonna see how they go. So how do you? I'm gonna name. We got 3 titles here.
Okay.
Tell me which one is the most appealing to you. We've got alternative rock type beat Lethargy in D major.
Okay.
118 BPM.
Highly specific, but go on.
We've got lethargic type beat, melodic type beat vocal 2020.
Okay.
Or we have Lana Del Rey type beat lethargic.
Who is Lana Del Rey? That sounds so familiar.
She's some chick who makes music.
I'm gonna go with the second one.
Okay.
Okay.
Lana Del Rey is Billie Eilish for people our age.
There you go.
So, lethargic type beat, melodic type beat, vocal 2020.
I just told you. That's who I think I am.
Big Ute official, thank you for this beat.
Oh, you have to ask this question that we have to.
Oh, fuck yeah. Okay.
So yeah, he's gonna ask us a question, and we have to basically respond to this question
In a rap.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Actually, this beat's only 2 minutes long, so I'm gonna we're gonna get a longer one.
Okie dokie.
Okay. So I guess on theme with what we were talking about, authenticity. How do you feel about authenticity? How is it important? Is it important to you to be authentic? Is it better to just live however you live? Like, I don't know. Authenticity, fake, real. There's some keywords. Here we go. Authenticity.
Fuck. Okay, let's go.
Tyrone, you feeling authentic?
Something like that. Let's do it. Okay. All right.
We're feeling lethargic.
Okay.
I actually like this beat.
Okay. Let me see where it takes me. Okay. I'm waiting for some drums.
Yeah. I think we're about 10 seconds away from the drums.
Okay. This is just get you in that space, you know? Take
It's
you back.
Monday morning, we're feeling lethargic.
Uh-huh.
Here we go.
Okay. I don't know about you, but
Skip, Bayless. Skip, Bayless. Oh, whoa, skip.
Yo.
Skip.
might have to.
Bayless.
Yeah.
Skip, Bayless. Oh, whoa, skip.
Okay.
Skip.
Okay. Here we go. We're feeling lethargic. We're
It had me in the first half. I gave it the lead up. I was like, you know, okay. All right. Okay. There's a little bit of a pattern here I can work with. Let me. We gonna make it work. We gonna make it work.
I was like, hold up, bro.
Okay. I know shit can get real crazy, but I'm just chilling because I'm real lazy. I get lethargic, but when I'm in my apartment, I'm showing these people that this is my department because I keep it real. So I hope you know how I feel. My shit goes so bananas, they slipping off of the peel. So off of the wheel like I've been had to drive. No, I just keep going like I went past that sign. So I had to get that fine ticket before I clicked it. I don't know, let me get it.
I feel like authenticity is something that you will get from me. Bro, I don't fucking know, bro. This beat is not it. But all right, hold up. Let me see. Okay, look, I feel like if you wanna be fake, then you can go be fake.
Right.
I'm like, if them niggas wanna hate, then let them bitch niggas hate.
Yeah.
Cause either motherfucking way, the shit don't matter, we all gonna die. So ain't nobody gonna be worried about that shit when you up in the sky. Yeah. Bro.
Okay, that's something. We just turned something from nothing.
Hey.
Okay, let's keep it real. No movies, don't need another reel. But this is the real shit, only need one take. I ain't no actor, so this ain't fake. Don't call me Drake, no Aubrey, no Degrassi, because they know I just keep it up like. I don't really know how to go and catch this flow on the beat, but I'ma just keep it real with y'all. I'ma say it again and repeat. I just keep it real for the deal. So I'm about to zip it up like I had to seal.
Yo, don't let me pick the words anymore, bro.
Okay, yeah.
don't let me pick any words, bro.
I mean, hey,
This is authentic.
it was very, very much authentic.
Live
I mean,
entertainment.
Some would say,
Sensational.
Yo.
All right.
all right,
Well,
we need to get like a golf clap, like a
yeah.
for the ones where we.
Kind of dropped the bar.
And that was a cool beat. It wasn't for the right. This was not the setting for it.
You know, it is.
But yeah, that's
But
how
you know,
it goes.
I'm glad that went the way it is because this has been, the ethos of what we've been trying to do with the second season of the podcast. Because I don't know if you know, Tim, but in the time that we've been absent from doing this podcast, podcasting has kind of got a little bit of a bad name towards it.
Tell me about it.
Just a little bit, not necessarily podcasting as itself, and it's never the actual thing. It's always the people who do it and people who use it the wrong way.
People like to be outraged, and so as a result, you'll get podcasts with people doing stuff that outrages people, and then everybody loves to, I need to make a post about this because if I don't, like, people will think that I'm like blah 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 blah. So
Right.
there's been some podcasts that have popped up with some.
We don't even have to get into the specifics of what happened, but just know that podcasting has got a little bit of a baggage to it now. When you say you podcast, it's like for a while when people would say, "Oh, I'm a rapper,"
Right, yeah, I
and they'd
just
be
thinking
like,
that.
okay."
You rap.
Yeah, so, but I'm glad that went the way it went because, this whole time I've been trying to be more like authentic in just how we do podcasting and just trying to show people that, there's more to it than just saying the craziest thing that comes to your head with a microphone in front of your face. But enough about all that. Now, I want to talk a little bit more about just like music, your music, and just music in general.
Right.
One thing that I do want to address that I just think is crazy. Before we started recording, you said that you didn't listen to J. Cole like that. Now, you have an interesting story to go with that, but before that, I want to say that is so interesting because not only I have said that, but just other people I know who have listened to your music, they say you have very much J. Cole vibe, inspirations. Your lyrical content is very...
That's why we opened you with a J. Cole
Cole-esque.
beat.
Yeah, that's why we gave you the J. Cole beat in the beginning because we were like, oh, he would sound great on a J. Cole
And
beat.
I didn't even fucking know that. That's
So
crazy.
for you to, well, first of all, I want to hear the story about your J. Cole music stuff. So I want to hear that.
All right, so pretty much back when I was in college, when I started performing and doing shows, people would be like, bro, you sound like J. Cole, you sound like J. Cole. So like for me, I didn't know who the fuck J. Cole was at the time. This is like 2017. So
How did you not know who J. Cole was in 2017?
I don't really listen to music like that. So like most of the music,
So you've said that now twice.
yeah.
What do you mean? Like
most of the stuff I listen to is either something I've heard 1,000 times or it's like jazz music. Like I fucking love jazz. So like
Okay.
I can't tell you like beyond what Kenny G, I can't tell you any like jazz musicians, but I'll go to Spotify and literally just put on jazz, like table jazz, classic jazz, whatever. Like, so I'll just listen to music with no words to it for
So how
hours.
how did you find rap then?
My brothers rap. So like some of my favorite rappers, I love Juvenile, I love Kendrick Lamar, Eminem, but Juvenile, I found Juvenile through my dad, and I found Eminem through one of my brothers. You know what I'm trying to say? So like a lot of times I'll be introduced to people. Kendrick Lamar was the only one I found by myself, and funny little tidbit, when I first heard Kendrick Lamar rap, I didn't think he was gonna make it.
Wow.
So literally my words were what I said. I was like this guy is so good, I don't think anybody will ever understand him.
Okay.
Because there's definitely musicians out there.
Yeah.
There's, like, it's a big problem with people that make beats is they make this really complicated, like technically, like proficient,
Masterpiece.
beautiful. It's like this is
Yeah.
amazing. I want to listen to it though.
Yeah.
Like,
It's like people won't understand this, bro. Like, just do, you feel me? But
Yeah.
Kendrick pulled through, so now he one of my favorite rappers. But going back to the J. Cole thing, people kept saying like, bro, you sound like J. Cole, you sound like J. Cole. So I literally thought that J. Cole attended the college I went to.
Wow.
Yeah, I swear to God.
So you thought he was like a local joker?
Yeah. So I'm like, who the fuck J. Cole is? I mean, fuck this man. Like, where he at? So like, I go to the open mics and I'm like, look, like, oh, that's J. Cole, man. Man, he suck. You feel me? So eventually, one of my friends was like, one of my friends said it. The same friend who convinced me to make the project. That's crazy. But whenever he said it, I was like, bro, like, who is he? So then he pulled out a song. I think he played like the worst J. Cole song you could have ever chose. It was like Mr. Nice Watch or some shit like that. But sorry, J. Cole.
No, I'm glad you. Funny you said that because I was like, that's about the only thing people would concede.
I was like, man. But so eventually I ended up hearing like an interview from J. Cole when he was talking about getting signed, going to jail, and different things like that. And like I was listening to it while I was working, and I was like, when the fuck did I go to jail? And I like restarted the fucking track. I didn't even realize, bro. So I'm sitting there working, and it got to the same point. I'm like, bro, I'm not signed to J. What are they talking about? And I looked at the thing and I was like, oh shit, like it's fucking. You feel me? Like this is the guy people keep saying I sound like. But over time, like I realized sonically, like some words that I say sound like J. Cole. So like now I unconsciously hear it, but that whole idea and concept kind of like stuck with me, and it became like a negative thing because I didn't want somebody to hear me and they say, oh, like I've had plenty of times where people either said like, oh, I can tell J. Cole's your favorite rapper, and it's like, nah, I
don't even know that nigga.
Yeah, you know what I'm trying to say? So like then like after a while I didn't want to be able to say that was true. You know what I'm trying to say? Like deep down inside I want to love J. Cole. I want J. Cole to be one of my favorite rappers ever. But like I've always dealt with this like J clone thing when it's like, like I've been rapping way before I knew J. Cole existed. So, but eventually one of my friends was like, bro, it's gonna happen regardless. You might as well listen to some good ass music.
And that's there's a guy named Ben Beal, and he sounds like, you put on one of his songs, he sounds like Mac Miller.
Ah shit, okay.
And he addresses it. It's his favorite artist, and people all the time come, oh, you're a Mac clone, this and that. And he's not. He's like, he is his own person who sounds like somebody that, like, I don't know. Don't let people discourage you by being, oh, you just sound like this person, because you don't. Like, I mean, maybe you do, but
and there's worse people to sound like.
Yeah, exactly.
Facts.
And again, people spend so much time, like, they'll shoot themselves in the foot trying to be original, and then they'll put, like, just because it's original doesn't mean it's good. Like there's a whole bunch of shit that's coming out now that, like, it doesn't sound like anything else, and there's a reason that like no one else is making music that sounds like this. Because you can always, oh, does your song have drums in it? Oh, well then you bit every other person that's ever used drums. Like if you want to trace it back, like obviously if you're just like stealing lyrics and whatever, that's one thing. But if you sound like somebody else, everybody sounds like. Have you ever listened to anybody that sounds like?
Yeah. And I think honestly, and it's once again, it's twofold. Because I think that's just like a human thing to do. When we hear somebody, we naturally try to make associations and be like, okay, well, just so we can make sense of it and be like, and the funny thing is, when we, in that first, like, I don't know, when you're first introduced to something and you can't make that connection, sometimes your first reaction is to be like, oh, well, that sucks.
Yeah,
because you're like, I can't.
Weird.
This doesn't sound like anything. I can't sort this immediately. I can't put this in a genre box, and you can take that and just human interaction in general. Like with people like caught up on identity, whatever. That I feel people spend a lot of time trying to figure out. Like, I'm this very specific gender term, this, that. Like I want an exact term for this. It's like, if you just relax a little bit, just like
exist.
Yeah, because that's all. It's all for other people. You know what your music is. Who cares what other people sort it as? You know what your music is. Right. And people get so caught up in like labels are entirely external. It has nothing to do with the product that you're putting out. It's entirely for other people's interpretation of it. But that's not. It's separate from you. Like those aren't. It doesn't go both ways. You know. Anyway,
I like that.
Music, man, beautiful stuff.
Okay. Well, the only reason I don't want to put you on the spot or anything like that, but the only reason I asked was because, a lot of your lyrical content deals with a lot of heart emotion, heartbreak, love, and all these type of things. But I wanted to ask you, and this is just something that we were just discussing. Do you think, as an artist or just as a writer in general, do you think that your perception of romance and relationships and all those things gets a little warped just because of, having to make songs or having to make concepts and things like that? Do you think that warps your idea of what relationships are and can be?
I never thought about it.
That's why I always ask the hard-hitting questions.
I actually never thought about it. Me personally, I'm a very private person.
Right.
So a lot of the stories that I do share are like this like culmination of like everything that I've, you know what I'm trying to say, ran across. It might not even be my story. I might have heard somebody on the bus talking to her boyfriend like, I can't believe you did that. Da, da, da. And then I'm like, damn, I wonder what they're talking about. So then like that transforms into like, all right, well, maybe he didn't cheat, but maybe what if he did this, or what if this happened, and you know what I'm trying to say? So then like now I'm creating this like whole entire story, this whole entire universe based off of like a few words I heard somebody say on a bus or on a plane or while I was walking. So like for me, it's hard to answer that question because I don't look for my inspiration. I don't look where everybody else is looking. Like I allow things to happen. Sometimes we might be talking and then somebody might like say something in a certain key, like with their voice. Yeah. And then that just gave me an entire melody for like a song or something. So.
And then you said you're inspired by different things. Because I was wondering if you write a lot of love songs, are they all about a person, or once you figure out sort of like this is how you write love songs, do you not need a muse anymore?
Wait, so y'all feel like I write a lot of love songs? Off the record, I went.
I'm not gonna say a lot, but like some of your more lyrical songs, it seemed like to me have a lot to do with emotion.
And some of our guests have written zero. So by comparison, you write a lot of love songs.
Fair enough. All right, so what was the question?
Like, do you always have to have? I feel like your first love song, you're writing it about someone or something, right? You have to have, like, it's hard to just like write. It sounds cheesy and corny. You're just like, I love your heart from the start, blah blah blah. Like it's okay. So you need something to like bring those feelings out of you,
to attach it to.
But
right.
once you've had that, can you write songs like that about no one? Now that you know how to do it.
Yeah, I think, to be honest with you, I think even for the first one, I thinking back, I don't remember like writing about anybody specific in a lot of them. You know what I'm trying to say? Mm-hmm. Like I just like, you say that like the cliche thing. So like the latest project I just dropped, one of the songs is called, what was it called? Think About Me. And it was literally like just like my homeboy and one of my homegirls, we were just sitting there and it was like, oh, write a song, like this type of a song with this type of a vibe. And I was literally just saying like a whole bunch of like, I wouldn't say cliche shit, but shit that people who go through this situation feel. And it's like I've never been in this situation at all. Mm-hmm. And I don't even know anybody who has been in this situation. You know what I'm trying to say? But and because that coming back to authenticity, I found that when I first started writing lyrics, I was like, okay, this is what a rap song sounds like. I need to write this. Like, this is what it's supposed to sound like. And it felt fake. It was like, because it was just like, oh, it sounded like, I don't know. I was not writing from personal experience.
Yeah. We're recording over there?
Yeah.
Okay, because we just lost it, but we're back.
Cool.
Okay. But yeah, I wasn't writing from any experience I'd ever lived through. Right, I was just writing. I was like, this is what a rap song should sound like. So let me write these lyrics. And I tried to write other songs. So I was like, okay, this is what a love song is supposed to sound like.
Right.
But I wasn't writing a love song. I was trying to mimic a love song. And as I've been writing lyrics now for like more years, I'm able to like actually write what I think.
What you think?
Instead of just trying to like fit it inside like a skeletal outline of what a song should be.
To be honest, I don't think that you did it wrong, bro. Like I remember some of my first raps were like remixes of somebody else's shit. So like I'm using the same cadence, the same rhyme scheme, the same patterns. Like I'm just changing out like certain words. You get what I'm trying to say? Yeah. So essentially, yes, I was mimicking as well. And then we need dreamers. You feel me? Like I feel like this goes back to the whole authenticity thing. Like I feel like we have so many people it's it's like, oh, like this shit gotta be real, or oh, if you didn't do it, it's like some people like aspire to do this, like even if it's be a fucking drug dealer, like some people aspire to be a fucking drug dealer, you know. So to have those people,
but like I don't, and so if I write about selling drugs, it's gonna sound awful because that's not me.
Fair enough.
So let me ask you this, because you seemed a little surprised that we found that you write a lot of love songs. So what do you think, or what would you like people to gain when they hear your music? Like, what kind of perspective do you want them to have?
What is your music about?
It's about everything but nothing. And I think I was more shocked because it's always refreshing to hear somebody else's perception of what you do. Yeah. So for me, kind of going back to what I said off camera, like I don't take account of where I'm at, like time, space, like progression. I just continue. You know what I'm trying to say? So I didn't realize that. Like when you said it, I was like, all right, I got this song, I got that song, okay, I got that, I got that. Well, all right, okay, that's probably like fucking like 25-30% of my fucking discography is a song pertaining to either some type of sexual interest or love interest. Okay, yeah, they got a point. You know what I'm trying to say? But it's just, for me, I don't know. I don't know what I would want people to think of when they hear me, to be honest with you.
Because that's one, you know, off camera, we've been talking a lot about just like writing and where we're headed with stuff. And because that's when I would sit down to write a verse at first. The hardest part's the first line. And then I would just come up with something. I was like, okay, this is going to be the end. This is the last word of the first line. And now I've got to rhyme and I can go from here.
Right.
And I was always sort of stumbling into my verses. Like I would get to the end and it was like, I don't know how I got here, but like we started at the beginning, we're here at the end, and trying now to focus but none of my music was really about anything. It was just like about the fact that it was music. And now I'm trying to like get into like, okay, let me write about stuff. It doesn't even matter, but like let me write a verse about a chocolate bar, like about like, but it's just like let me hold an idea for longer than a couplet.
Training your mind to think on something, you know.
Yeah.
How are we doing on time?
We're at like 47.
Cool. Okay, so last thing I wanted to ask you before we get to our last segment, because I'd be remiss if I didn't bring it up, but the 2 Bar Tuesdays. I love me some content based around rapping, you know? So just, explain what that is if people don't know, and then just how did that come about, and how did we get to where we are now?
Okay, so 2 Bar Tuesdays. I don't know, I just wanted something to do. So it started out on Snapchat. I was like, yo, I'm gonna start doing something for y'all. I don't know what it's gonna be, but I'm gonna start doing something. So then I would just get on there and either rap something that I'm working on, something I just made up, or it might have been something old. It didn't really matter. I was just, just recording myself. And then after a while, I started using that as like a filter to figure out what songs I wanted to put out. So like if it got a really good review on 2 Bar Tuesday, then that meant I probably need to put it out. So my first project, I ended up recording like almost like 30 songs for it. And I had like a listening party. So I brought everybody, hey, here, I'm gonna play these songs. Y'all write down what you feel, if you like it, if you don't, and we went through the whole thing. But what I didn't tell anybody was like I already had my list, and my list were like all of the songs from the 2 Bar Tuesdays that did well, and most of the songs that made it on my project started off as 2 Bar Tuesdays. So and then when I started to look at what everybody else liked and what I liked, everything was matching up, and I was like, oh shit, like so this list that I had effectively from 2 Bar Tuesday is the same list of songs that everybody picked to be on my project.
And then the poetry, the beautiful, to being able to release it on 2.
Yeah, that was some years in the making.
It was a struggle. I saw you you had some problems getting your release out.
What ended up happening was it released, but it was like on YouTube, Tidal, and a couple of other places, but it wasn't on Apple Music or Spotify. So it was like everywhere else except for like the main 2 places that people look for music. So I was hurt, and I didn't even know that it was already out. But I was sitting there like waiting. I tried to re-upload it, and it was like, nah, bro, it's already out. So I'm like, where the fuck is it? Then like after day 2 of it not dropping, I went. Ironically, day 2, right? I went and looked, and I was like, oh shit, it's here. I'm like, oh, it's actually out. But within a couple of hours of me realizing that, it actually released. So.
All right, Tim, we have made it to our final segment. This is our game. I mean, if you weren't having fun by now, this is more fun. Joe, do you want to explain what we got going on here?
So at the end, the third segment, we play a game. And it changes up from time to time. Today, I think we'll get into it easy. We're just gonna play. It's either we call it Crazy Eights or 8-Ball.
Okay.
And I'm gonna give you a word, and you just 8 bars that either rhyme with it, about it. Generally we try to rhyme, but you know.
And it's gonna go 8 and 8. I'm gonna go 8 bars, and as soon as I'm
see, I was wanting to hop in, but I didn't want to disrupt. You feel me?
I feel you. So, but this is more tailored to that. So I'm gonna go 8, and then by the time you're finished with your 8, he's already gonna have another word said, and then I'm gonna have to. So we just try to keep the flow going.
Right. So, you ready?
Okay, yeah. What word are we starting off with, sir?
Tyrone, how do you feel? I'm like, what's your
Here we go with this.
So, because I always like to try to give him hard words.
Yes.
So I think we should start something.
He's a human thesaurus.
Yeah, we should start easy.
Okay.
I got it. Okay. So,
okay.
So I'm thinking first word. Let's go first word, water.
Water.
First word, water.
Okay. First word is water. Look. So I walked in the spot dripping like water. So you know that I'm ready to slaughter. You better go and just hide your daughter. Cause they know I tell jokes for the laughter. I'm in laughter, know I'm coming after. I'm taking off like I'm kinda in NASA. I need to rhyme with water. Hold on, I'm finna go slaughter.
Let me take me a dip. About to take a water trip. I might hop in the pool. I used to sip water when I was in school. Damn, now I still drink water.
Yep.
And I might drink juice too. Man, it's something you ain't used to. Man, I'm waiting for the next word.
Drink.
Oh shit.
Okay, let me go and take a drink. Take a second before I go think. Me and my bros, we about to go link. About to skate off, but it's no.
Hey, but it's no sync. Let me hop in like NSYNC. We so NSYNC. Is that Justin though? I don't really know. I can't touch the flow. I don't really know if that was the Backstreet Boys or not. But fuck it, I be in the spot. Take a drink of whatever the fuck I got. Yeah, I'm fucking hot.
Group.
We in a group. Me and my boys, we looking like a troop. And we finna blow you down like a flute. So you know we don't need no excuse. Pause it, fast forward. Cause they know that I'm getting too bored. Cut them off like I had me a sword. Excuse me if I come too short.
Yeah, we in the group. I gotta take a shit. Some people call it a poop. Ooh, do what I do.
Yep.
Why they laughing at you? Ooh, man, I'm so damn true. Yeah, bitch, I'm so damn cool. Yeah, bitch, I even went to school looking cool. Y'all probably look like a fool.
Top. Off the top. And you know that I really don't stop. Finna kill the game, somebody call the cops. I'm with all the birds, it's like I'm with a flock. And they know I can't ever stop, so I'm finna kill the game. I watch the body rock. They sleeping on the boy like they on the cot. So I'm about to pass to my boy, no block.
T.O.P. Try and get like me. Tell them don't even speak. She wanna ride to the beat. Damn, fuck it. I'm off top with it. Bitch, I'm flying in the cockpit is. Meant to say a cockpit, nigga. I don't really care, I pop shit, nigga. You get popped quick, nigga. I don't know.
We're gonna finish it out. How much time we got left?
Like 8 seconds.
Okay, never mind.
Sheesh.
Sheesh Louise. Well, Timothy, Isaiah, I really appreciate you. Wait. We made it. Okay? We did it. First guest back, got to work through those growing pains and all that stuff. But I'm glad we did it, man. I'm glad, we had fun. That's what's most important.
That's the whole point.
That's the whole important. Like I said, I'm still sweating, but still look good. So that's all that matters. So Tim, like I said, man, I really want to thank you coming down and doing this. You know, like I said, we wanted you last season, but I knew as soon as we were starting up, I was like, we got to pick up where we left off.
Right.
And I had to get my boy back. So glad you could come down here. I guess one of the last things for the people watching, let them know what have you got going on in the upcoming future, just like within the next, let's say, like for the rest of 2022, what have you got planned, and where can they find you, your work, and all that good stuff?
I plan on existing for the next year, but yeah, I just dropped a project. It's called 2 Bar Tuesday Tape. It's everywhere now. But yeah, if you want to follow me, it's Timothy Isaiah.
There you go. Any last words from you, Joe?
As always, go support our producers. Go buy some beats. There's the playlist in the comments. Like, run that up. YoungSeppi.com. Go buy some fucking merch. That's all I got. Tyrone, take us home.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, and that is going to do it for this episode of The Mix Table. Once again, I want to thank my guest, Timothy Isaiah. I want to thank my producer, Joseph Middledorf. And I want to thank you all for tuning in. So come back next time where we'll have someone else sitting at the mix table, and we'll be mixing it up.
Yes, sir.